Hello, I'm Okapi, and today we're gonna check out my first win in Starcraft 2 in 2026 because I actually played the game like exactly like 1 year ago in April last year, and I think I played for like 2 weeks, but it took me like 1 week before getting my first win because the game is not really so easy to pick up, and I wanna give you like a couple of tips or like basically share you what I've learned so that maybe it's gonna make your life a little bit easier if you're starting the game like me. And yeah, the guide, like the video that helped me the most was like from Altercate. Like I'll put the link in the description. And basically the three things you want to think about like all the time is like one, building SCVs like constantly, like all the time. Two, never be supply block. So you can see, so this is like your supply depot, like the little houses. And basically here it says like 31, you never want it to be 31 out of 31. So if you're about to be supply blocked, put more supply depots. So that's two. And three, well, spend your minerals, like spend your resources. Because like there's no interest rate in this game. Like there is no point in keeping resources. Basically, also like one thing you want to do, like if you want to warm up and practice, like is go into a custom game. You put the AI on like very easy, and like I think you can choose like if he is aggressive or not. Like you put it on like economic mode, so it just stays in his base and doesn't bother you. And then you just focus on getting like to your 200 supplies as fast as possible. And while focusing on the 3 points, like building SCVs, don't be supply blocked, and three, using your resources. And so basically I did that a couple of times, and like the first game, it took me maybe like 20 minutes to be like up to 200 supplies. And then then like 14 minutes, then 13 minutes, and then I think I'm at maybe 12 minutes or something like that right now. And so since you're a lot faster, like here, for example, you can already see like I have like 26 SCVs, he has only 20, and this means like over time I'll have like a better like income, like more resources than him. And I mean it's a real-time strategy game, like there's the real-time part in it, like you have to be fast. And that helps a lot. Another thing like that's really useful is like the hotkeys. Basically I've set from F1 to like F6 like the camera hotkeys. So I think if you play like Zerg, for example, you can put like on each base, like I mean I think you can use it for all the races, but especially on like Zerg, like if you put it on F1, F2, F3, you can quickly like switch from one base to the other thanks to the camera settings. I think by default you have like on F1 your idle workers, and on F2 the all army hotkey. And so I've set instead like my on tilde, like the idle workers, I've set it on tilde, which is like the squiggly line, like the key above tab. And then since I'm using the grid hotkey setup, I guess you can see here, every key is used up until like T, G, and B. And so basically like the only keys left are Y, H, and N. Y is for like by default it's like, I mean at least on my game it's set on like warp, to like warp units or something, so I've left it on there. Oh yeah, I've used like N as an additional like control group. Like I'm gonna talk about the control groups in a second, but basically like it goes up until like 9 and then 0, and like it's way too far to reach. What am I doing here? I'm killing a rock. Okay. And since it's like too far to reach, I've put like N as an additional control group.
Additional supply depots required.
So basically, what are the control groups? Let's say you have like here, I have like several like barracks, and instead of having to queue like one by one, like all my to make my army, I just press 5, and then I press A, and it's gonna build like Marines on like all the 5 barracks, so it's like really useful to use. And also for the rally points, I just press 5 and then I right click so that when they are built, they can just
Mineral field.
or build is maybe not the right word. Like when they're trained, they can come here. And same for like your here on 4, I have my command centers, and basically I just press 4 and then A to make SCVs, and it's gonna make them to both of them, as you can see. Like there is one here in the queue for both, and that way you're like a lot faster. And on 6 I have like the factories and the starports, and I just press tab to switch from one to the other. At first I was using like 7 for like so 6 for factory, 7 for the starport, but 7 is a little bit too far to reach. Like it's not really comfortable, so I've put it on 6 and it works as well. And for my additional control group, so as I've said earlier, like it's on N, I've set my engineering bay and also like all the other like the armory, like everything where you can make upgrades. Like I just set it on that control group. What I've seen like Winter do, because I'm also watched like Winter's low APM guide, I mean series, where it plays like in bronze, silver, etc. And he adds the engineering base and the other structures with upgrades. He adds them to the command center like hotkey. So he has like command centers plus like the engineering bay, etc. So you can do that as well. One thing I didn't realize is that my opponent, I mean, I just checked the replay earlier, but if you look at my opponent's POV, he doesn't have control groups, which is maybe one of the reasons why he's slower. Like he has like less drones. I have like 50 more SCVs, I mean workers than him. And let's see the spending. Like I have a better economy, about the same technology, but a bigger army. And if you want to be faster, like check out like Altercate's guide and focus on the 3 things I've said earlier, and use hotkeys. I'm building more factories, I guess, and starports. I mean, I have so many resources. I can just, I mean, I might as well use them, you know. And right now, like we're at like 10 minutes. Like my army is like big enough to attack already. And yeah, I just remembered that like a couple of days ago, like I didn't know any better, but you can actually make like 2 or 3 like engineering base, and that way your upgrades, like see, it takes like a lot of times to for them to be like built. So you might as well like use 2 or 3 engineering base so that you get your upgrades much faster. Same for the armory. Don't make just 1 armory, make 2 of them. Like that way it goes faster. Because we're at like 11 minutes and I have like almost no upgrades. Let's look at the upgrade tab. Upgrades. I mean, at least I have like the stims and the additional HPs. But I could have like a lot more upgrades at this point if I were using more engineering base. But honestly, like I think when you're on like 3 bases, you can go attack. Like I have 3 bases, this is enough. Like I don't need the 4th one at this point. I mean, I have too many resources, so I might as well build more command centers. So also, like if you have too many resources, you can like build in your, like here I have space. I could build like 2 or 3 command centers for later, and they can also, I can like lift them, then put them like to protect and use them as a fortress or to mine like the next bases or something. Like you can already build them so that when you need them, they're ready, you know? Now I should go. I should go fight. Since like I have how many? Let me check. I have 65 SCVs. Like even if I lose all my army, I can just like rebuild it like real quick with everything I have. I mean, since I have like 5k resources, I probably should like double my barracks. Instead of having 5, I could have 10, and that way if all my marines die, I can have them back up like real quick. But yeah, I should stop like.
Research complete.
Yeah, like I mean, I keep improving my economy, but at this point, my economy is more than enough. I should just go and fight. But I was basically I was just following I was just trying to go up to 200 and then go fight. But I don't think as soon as you're on 3 bases and you have like 100, 120 like units, I mean supplies, you can just go fight, I think. Also, another reason why control groups are useful, since I've the orbital centers like on my command center, I can just press 4 and then sweep and look at exactly what's going on and get all the info I need. And basically I'm checking like the bases for my liberator here. Like I thought like he would have like a 4th base, but actually he doesn't have one. So this is useless here, but I was looking and he's not mining anything here, like he has run out of minerals, so it's kind of useless to send him here. On top of that, he has so much shit, like I don't know if anything can shoot at my liberator, but here instead he has like a lot of drones, and so I rerouted, like if you looked on the minimap, to go around, and so I've set him up here, and so whenever I want I can just put them here to fight. So let's go back to my POV. I have 8k minerals and I'm using the mules to get even more minerals. Hilarious.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
Even if I lose my army, like I have so many resources right now, I can just get a new one. Also here, you wanna control left click on your tanks. Oh, and this is the 500 IQ move. While he's distracted on the fight, I just put my liberator over there. So let's go back and look at this. The most important thing you wanna do is control left click your tanks and put them in siege mode. Like that's the only important thing I had to do here. And also use the stim packs, like why not? So that my marines shoot faster. And I think I won the fight. And by the way, let's go back again. And let's look at how many kills he got. Do you think it's gonna be more or less than 10? Let's see. 3, 4. Man, this is devastating. He only realized now, but it's too late. Already killed 14 drones. And we got 17 in total. So this means, like, let's look at his units. Not structure, units. Like, I have 75 SCVs. I have, like, more than double his workers. And which means, like, his income, like, is gonna be, like, really bad. And he's gonna waste a lot of time having to rebuild them.
Mineral field depleted.
And let's go back to my POV. I wanna see, like, how many like, let's see before the fight. So he had 150, I had 200. And let's see how far I dropped down. So let's go times 8. Let's see after the fight. So I went down to 125. And as you can see, thanks to my hotkey, I queued up a bunch of marines to get quickly back up to 200, you know? So I'm queuing up things real quick.
Mineral field depleted.
Go! Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
I had too many SCVs idle. Some of them I'm rerouting them to another, like to go over here. But I mean, at this point, I mean, the thing is, you when you're playing, you don't know like how how good or how bad like what's going on with the opponent. But I mean, I could have guessed like it wasn't going well since I'm on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. He only has like 2 left, I guess, from what I saw. And so this is kind of the end. And I think, like, see, I'm back to 200, and I think the reason, like, even though he has, like, resources and he's slow, I think it's maybe mostly, like, the control groups, because if you have to select each building to build units, it's gonna take ages if you're not using control groups. Whereas here, it took me a couple of seconds, and bam, I'm back to 200, and he has nothing. Let's do a quick recap. 1, keep building SCVs, like keep building workers. 2, don't be supply blocked. 3, use your resources, like don't let them float. And 4, use hotkeys, really important. All right, I'll see you in the next one.